Ben White here, South Congress. The weekly sweeps program is the city steals everything the homeless have and tries to get them to kill themselves. They tell women that they're going to be raped while they're being under arrest, they don't let the cops rape them, all that kind of stuff. So there's a man of color still happening up there. He's black or brown, man of color, person of color, and white cops. Number 0157, and I can't see anyone. There was a white kid that shut up a Target, killed a 4-year-old, 2 other people last week. The police didn't kill him, but if it was a person of color, they would have killed him. Even if they didn't have a gun, the police would have killed him. That's what we saw in Gonzalez's case, Ramos' case, Gibbons' case. We saw in the Lanny Noble's case. We saw so many Kevin Brown, like there's dozens of black and brown people that have been murdered by the police, and Rocha, and they were unarmed. The police are the only ones armed, the only ones dangerous, the only ones a public safety menace. If we talk about public safety, and yeah, you're not making good cops that way. You don't really like cops if you're making them murderers, sociopaths. You actually hate your cops. So enough. There's some people that are AKA pro-police. They're not pro-police accountability. They actually worship the police like a cult, like a religion. And police are not supposed to be worshipped. They're not supposed to be worshiping authority. They're supposed to be worshiping the freedoms of the people, worshiping the sanctity of life, and not worshiping the police. And you're not worshiping the police. I mean, yeah, you're not. The reason that the pro-police people don't believe in accountability is because they don't really like the police. They just like the power. They don't really want to hold the police to a higher standard or even any standards. They just want to let them go because they figure that it protects white power. And it does. That's the Klan, the Nazis that we see everywhere. I don't know if you're noticing that they're just coming out of the woodwork because of the rise of fascism in America and other countries. Including Germany, Italy, Brazil, Israel, rise of fascism. So all the Nazis that we see coming out saying things about the Nazi slogans and how they need to slit brown people's throats at the border, they're calling people the N-word and other words. Those people are the people. Those are the people that support the cop. That's the underlying impetus behind the police. It's not just to fight crime, it's to fight melanin. And the Klan and the Nazis have infiltrated the police. The FBI has said for the last 50 years, ghost skin, white supremacists have done what's called ghost skinning, and they legitimize themselves by getting in law enforcement government. And so your government and the police are full of Nazis that you're grandfathers fought to keep out of this country. But they came here during Project Paperclip. Their ideology is here, and they have a power structure within the system. So, yeah. It's like the Senator Huffman in Texas. She's a racist turd. Hinojosa lets him be a racist turd, so he's a racist. Kassar, Doggett, they all let these people be racist, and they don't call them out. They all know that they're pedophiles, that they're trafficking children through the courts, through CPS, through picking them up off the street. All those kids you see missing, tens of thousands of Texas, like 100,000 kids are missing in the United States. They're not trying to find the 100,000 kids because they know where they are. They're in some judge's house buried, or they're in some cop's backyard buried, or they're in Town Lake buried. You know, they throw people in Town Lake all the time. They drown without water, according to the medical examiner a couple of place. So there's a lot of murder, homicide, rape, and if you're really worried about being tough on crime, you'd be tough on the police. You'd be tough on these judges and these politicians. It's very nasty, disgusting, murderous work, blood work, dark magic. You believe in good and evil. Which side do you think criminal police are on? The side of good or evil? Exactly. You have to think long and hard about that. They're not fighting evil, they are evil. We've seen so many movies and programs tell you that police are criminals. The police are the real criminals. It's because you've given them all this power with zero accountability. Zero. And they just lie and lie and lie. Well, if you look at my live stream last night, they lied to the commission for LGBTQIA in Austin, the Quality of Life Commission. They lied. 4 months later, they're still lying to them about an incident where they slammed a woman down. And a trans woman down. A trans woman of color. They slammed her down, left blood everywhere, and they say that's a policy that we beat people up. And I mean, it's a good admission, but it doesn't fix anything. They're lying. They said they were going to update the public and make a press release, and they never did that. So, I'm going to go check the streets out, y'all. I'm going to try to find the city, the state messing with people, and I'll be back.